Hey guys, it's Michael for Sepulpa Times.
And Lucy with the City of Sepulpa.
And I just realized that we're 10 minutes late. I thought we were going to be right on time.
Well, I know
And
I was
no.
even early.
Yeah, you were. I was surprised. I'm not going to lie. I was over at CTX and she was like, hey, I'm here. And oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. I got out of there and got over here. We're shooting from the very wonderful, exquisite Pugmire professional building, um, which a lot of you guys would know for years and years it was the Lon T. Jackson building.
Hmm.
And then most recently got renamed for Greg Pugmire, who owns it, who is Citizen of the Year from last year. So that
Yes,
was cool. So yeah, we are in the presence of royalty here, it feels like.
absolutely.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I think
sure.
so. So
And you, I mean, you were the,
community leader
yeah,
of the year, which I'm not gonna lie, I have that trophy in my bedroom.
that's awesome. In your bedroom, I would
Yeah.
be putting it like on the by the TV so
Yeah,
everyone
I
sees.
I have an intimate personal relationship with that award.
Okay,
And so it stays in the bedroom.
okay. I'd be showing it off.
I do
There you go.
to myself.
Okay, that's great.
Starting this show off real awkward, y'all. Let's talk about the weekend because it's cold now. Man, cutting across Herald Square to get here,
Hmm.
gosh. I mean, it's like a wind tunnel right there.
Oh
It'll
yeah,
cut
it
right through
is
you.
absolutely
And so it's what? It's 17 degrees right now. And it feels like,
5,
yes,
maybe 5.
maybe five.
Yeah.
I mean, it is cold. Thank God that there was no precipitation today because if there'd have been any ice on the street, I'm sure I would not have been able to get out of my driveway
Oh
this
no.
morning.
But I think right now, even the atmosphere is so cold, we would have had snow.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been ice.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's probably kind of what happened yesterday, right?
Hmm.
So we did get our first snow of the season yesterday, which a lot of people were pretty excited about. The first snow, though, that's definitely not the one you want to eat. Uh, for making your snow ice cream, which there wasn't enough of it to do
Right.
that anyway. But we're looking ahead. We've got another like 1 to 3 inches coming later this week, it looks like,
I'm so
which we're pretty
excited.
excited about. Yeah. Right as we get back into school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So did it feel to you like it just took forever for school to get started again?
No, I feel like it has went so fast.
You do?
Yes.
Not me, man. It's like Christmas was like bam, right as they got out of school, it's Christmas time.
Hmm.
And then it's like, okay. And my thing is, I have teenagers in my house, so I mean, they eat everything.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't
And
have
I'm
that
running out
problem.
of food. I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys need to go back to school so I can save some food. My gosh.
Yeah. I feel like when kids are home on Christmas break and stuff like that, they eat more because they're
Yeah.
bored. So they eat because they're bored,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just they just eat. Hudson tried to have fruit snacks for breakfast.
For breakfast.
Yes, I was
Okay.
like, no, I
Yeah.
just cooked cinnamon rolls. At least have some carbs, not just sugar.
Right.
Yeah,
Mix some carbs in with that sugar.
yeah.
Yeah. Our thing is, I remember having to have a very clear discussion with my boys yesterday. You cannot eat the entire bag of Oreos in 2 days,
Right.
guys. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Maximum of four per day.
I say we had a five rule.
Do
You could
you?
only have, no, when I was growing up,
Oh, okay.
but there was also 100 of us at home, it felt
Yeah.
like. But you could only have 5 Oreos a day. And if you cooked something like pizza rolls or taquitos, like you could only cook 5 at a time.
Okay.
So even
That's a
if
good
you
rule.
would have eaten 15 pizza rolls, you had to cook them 5 at a time.
Oh, really?
It also slows down how much you eat because if you cook 5, then you have to wait to cook 5 more. And then if you wanted that last 5, you're definitely not going to wait to cook them. So you're over it.
S-
Because we
That's
didn't
actually a
have air
pretty good
fryers.
way. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Right. We didn't have air fryers, so we had to
Ah,
bake everything because nobody wants a microwaved pizza roll.
not unless you're like really craving them, I guess.
Right.
And that's, I mean, they heat up really hot. And you have to let them cool down, and they never get cold enough. Like the minute you stick them in your mouth, it's like boiling lava marinara sauce,
Yeah.
and then you can't taste anything else. So you're not going to taste that other five, after you eat the first five. But I really like that idea. The other one, we have friends who have a rule in their house that like uh, the kids are not allowed to take the last of anything, the last soda, the last
Oh,
whatever, without asking. And so I have that happen in my house all the time where I'm like, we're excited because mom and I bought this thing that's mostly for us, but the kids like it too. And then next thing you know, we don't get to enjoy any of it because they eat it all so quick. And
yeah.
so you implement that rule if you can't have the last of anything. That way, mom and dad are guaranteed to at least get one thing. So I don't know. That'd be a pretty good question for the audience, I think. I don't know if you guys have special rules in your house when it comes to how you ration your food or determine what your kids can and can't eat.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's kind of a weird conversation to have, but I don't know. That was a good learning experience there with making five pizza rolls at a time.
Yeah.
And you would make them in the oven, right? Because you don't like
Yes.
them in the microwave before air fryers,
Right.
which air fryers are just proof that God loves us, I
Yeah.
think. Air fryers are
Absolutely.
great.
I had a chicken parmesan in the air fryer the other day. Delicious.
You're gonna have to explain that to me. I can't do noodles in the air fryer. How does that work?
Well, you don't do noodles in the air fryer, but you do the chicken parm. So you
So,
bread the chicken,
uh-huh.
you air fry it, and then when it's done cooking, then you put a mozzarella on it and put it back in the air fryer until it's all cooked. And when you pull it out, you cover it in sauce.
Okay. I like this. We're gonna start a new segment of the show called Lucy's Air Fryer Recipes, and it's gonna be all of these things
Perfect.
right here. That is a great idea, actually. I like that. We
So
should do
good.
that. My wife makes a really great air fried chicken. She'll buy like the chicken thighs and stuff,
Hmm.
and seasons them with something. I have to have them at least once a week.
Yeah,
Really
that's
good,
awesome.
and it's pretty inexpensive too. And she makes enough where we've always got leftovers, so I get to enjoy them like later on.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I don't know how we got off onto that, but anyway, let's back it up and talk about snow again because we are expecting some snow a little bit later on this week. I got a list. I don't know if you saw. Do you follow Chief Meteorologist James Aid a lot
No.
on Facebook? So he is well known for all of his funny stuff that he puts out. Wichita, Kansas, which got hit with like a good chunk of snow, they actually were tracking their snowplows in real time. And you can see on a map, you can see all the snowplows.
Yeah.
Like when we're watching like tornadoes and stuff, you're watching Channel 6 or whatever, and you can see all the different storm chasers,
Yeah.
out there. Well, you could see all the snowplows and where they were. And the names of these snowplows, guys, hilarious.
That's
And
so fun.
I won't read them all, but I'll read some of them. Okay, we got Blizzard of Oz, we got Chili Dog, Snowy One Kenobi, which is awesome, Thaw Enforcement, Plowabunga, Pliosaurus Rex, Squall Bunyan. We got Snow Buffet. Got a lot of Star Wars fans that work for
I
the
guess so.
city of Wichita, I guess. Lord Coldemort, Snow Buffet. I think my personal favorite might be Edward Blizzard Hands because that took some creativity there to make that happen.
That does.
It's good. So and there's like how many would you say are there? Like 15 or 20
Yeah.
different plows. They got a lot of them working
That's
Wichita, Kansas.
awesome.
It was hilarious, guys. So anyway, thanks to Fox 23 Chief Meteorologist James Aid a lot for sharing those with us. That was a lot of fun. Speaking of Fox 23, we had every news station in a regional area here on Friday.
Yes. Everyone was here.
Yeah.
They were
Did you do
calling.
any interviews with anybody?
I did not. I did send over some renderings and some statements, but as far as doing some personal interviews myself, I did not.
Okay. We had the mayor was on. I think Joan was on, right?
Hmm.
And then Will, Barry. Everybody basically wants to know about the Christmas shoot, and they were
Yeah.
talking about that. That was like the big hit story. We made the front page of the Tulsa World on that on Saturday morning. So,
Yep.
yeah, so now the rest of the world's finding that out. Here's what's funny to me. We've been talking about this, and I'm seeing some chatter about Jinx or Broken Arrow or Wagner might try to buy the Christmas shoot. It's ridiculous. The shoot's not for sale, for one
Right.
thing. I mean, but I think what most cities, and you know this because you've been in these municipality meetings and stuff at conferences where you guys get like, oh, Sapulpa, we love the Christmas shoot. How do you guys do that?
Yeah.
And what is the number one thing that you have to tell people when they say, "How could we do that here?"
The first thing I tell them is that you have to have a community that will support you and the decision in you. I do iterate that like this was a citizen that came to the city. The city didn't go out and look for somebody to do this project. Somebody came up with this project and they came to the city and they asked the city for support. So I first make sure they know that. And then second, I'm like, you got to have friends, family, second cousins, your daddy's baby, your mama's baby daddy ex. You got to have everyone.
Everybody on board.
You got to have volunteers, and in all the communities that I have met with, especially making the connections that I'm making right now in Oklahoma leadership with just Oklahoma communities, but including those that I made when I was in conference in California. Like nobody has the community and the support that Sepulpa has, and so now that I have numbers, I'd never had definitive numbers of like how many volunteers we have, but to sit down and look at somebody and say, Jinx, BA, all of you that are talking about buying our Christmas shoe, like the structures and stuff, cool, maybe you could come up with the money for that, but can you come up with 1,200 volunteers that are going to take off work and spend hours a day, a month? Well, you can't spend hours a day, but hours a month, dedicating all their free time, opening their homes, hot gluing their counter on accident. Do you have that? And the answer is no. And so while these other towns around us may have more money than we do, which is okay, great. They have a bigger population. Okay, great. But they don't have the citizens with the same heart that we do. And that is something that I will stand by forever.
100%. Yeah, I think that's been proven because Tulsa stepped into this arena a little bit with the Nutcracker Fest,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if they were just dipping their toe into it or whatever, but they could only do a one weekend
Mm-hmm.
event. It wasn't even like a multi-week, and apparently it was pretty good. It wasn't bad, especially for a first year thing, which is kind of what we did in our first year.
Mm-hmm.
I think we none of us really knew what we were getting into. Though.
Right.
It was crazy, but yeah, the community is what makes the difference. So Sapulpa's community is the reason why the Sapulpa Route 66 Christmas shoot has been such a success, and will be again when it comes back in 2026. So. But anyway, so I see a lot of people getting on comments here talking about kids being out and when they're starting up school. School officially starts up tomorrow for Sapulpa and Lone Star and the others in the area. And it looks like probably Tulsa or maybe even probably Saints. I mean, it seems like just about everybody in the area starts on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Today would be like a professional day. But my thing is like, are they going to be getting right back out again? If we get like 1 to 3 inches of snow on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever it is,
Yeah.
are we going to have a short week? Or do you think they're going to move to distance learning or something?
I don't know. I think with being the first week back in school, I know that teachers aren't really planning big things for this first week. A lot of big homework or anything. They kind of let the kids get back into the groove.
Yeah.
So if we get a good amount of snow, I bet the teachers will probably go ahead and just let them have the week or the couple days and then really hit hard on Monday. So if next week we were to get snow, then I could see a distance learning day, but I don't know if they would give them one this week.
That's a pretty good assumption. I think that's, yes, you're probably right. Because I don't know of any teacher, and my wife works at a high school, so we know a lot of teachers. I don't know any of them that are going to be like, all right, welcome back to Christmas break.
I do
It's time
know
to give you all the homework.
Miss Arundel at Spalba High School, she will definitely have homework for the kids tomorrow.
Is she a slave driver?
She is.
Is she?
But she makes sure that you know your stuff. So I will say, if you have her, you have homework tomorrow.
Yeah. And on that same note, probably not that Miss Yoakum is a slave driver necessarily, but she definitely makes the kids work hard, and they earn everything they get, and they get a
Yeah.
lot because they got a great program over in bands. So I don't know, but I don't think necessarily that my son is going to be out there at 7:45 and 15-degree weather. I
No.
get marching season's over, so they're in concert band now. So uh, anyway, so in Sapulpa particularly, they've got a new work zone alert that's happening. They're going to be changing the way traffic flows again. So if you're in junior high,
Hmm.
the only way to drop your kids off, you have to go in the Woodlawn Annex loop to drop your kids
Oh,
off now.
okay.
And so Lincoln Street, all right, if you're in high school, you have kids in high school, if you do not have to go down Lincoln Street, um, try to avoid that area. It's going to be a big congested mess from about I don't know 7:30 to 9 or something
Mm.
as they get all the kids dropped off there. So just take it from me. My wife already told me, we're mapping out the route. Now, if you're in high school, you still have to go down Dewey and turn into the uh, the parking lot that takes you by the special ed drop off loop there and behind the high school, and then drop off over there. But if you're in junior high, you won't be able to exit or to enter at the loop in front of the junior high any longer, probably forever. Because I think it might be going away, right? After they get the new high school.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but let's just get you acclimated now to
Yep.
going a different way because it's going to be that way for a while.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, just you guys be aware of that. Be sure to allow for extra time. And then, of course, when we had the weather and stuff coming up later, I think some of it's not supposed to hit until later that evening, um, maybe. And so, if we end up having school and stuff, you guys be sure to allow for extra time for nasty roads and stuff like that. So, be on the lookout. It looks like it could be our first. Somewhat severe system for winter weather this week.
I feel
So
like it's so early in the year, but I'm so
yeah,
excited.
and I was looking last year. It happened at the exact same time.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, we had like 15-degree weather and a snowstorm
Yes, they
in
literally went back
January.
to school and then got out of school.
Yep.
Yes, they did. I remember that.
Yes, and I had no food in the house.
But it was not this cold.
No, it wasn't.
It was not this
No,
cold.
it wasn't. Not to put you on the spot here, but so last year they had a shelter over at the Senior Citizen Center. Has there been any discussion about bringing that
I
back
have not heard that. I know that that was a partnership
with
last
shoulder to
year.
shoulder? Yeah.
Shoulder to Shoulder came to the city and asked for that partnership. So I have not heard of anything. But as soon as if I hear something or catch wind of it, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, please do. We'll let people know because I know that they'll be looking for like warming stations,
Hmm.
and when the temperatures hit this low, there are a lot like mobile home parks, the RV camp, stuff like that. It can be really hard to actually um, get warm,
Yeah.
and so they try and provide these places for different folks so that they have a place to go if they need to. So we will keep you in the loop on that. And then I think that's about it, folks. We've got, kids back to school, more snow this week. Talking to the viewers about how you do food rationing in your house. So, it's a slow start. I don't know. We just
That's about it.
I had a lazy weekend. It was great. So, it was nice to enjoy the weekend for once.
And if you
Not to
don't
shoot was over.
know, Dewey Street is open.
Yes, it is back open, and it will remain open for maybe about the next 90 days, a little longer, maybe, maybe.
Mm, you can get an update at council tonight.
Okay, all right,
I'll tell you that.
all
That
right,
I don't have an answer for you on.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, city council is tonight. Haven't looked at the agenda or anything yet, but are they talking about the Dewey Streetscape project
there's
tonight?
all staff updates.
Okay,
So
cool. All right, so it should be a good one then. So you guys be able to come to that if you can. If you can't, stay tuned to Spolpa Times. We'll keep you in the loop on what's happening there. So we're going to end it today, guys. We will see you guys again Wednesday, where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great Monday. Stay warm.
bye.
Bye bye.